I put my husband's name on the land document because I didn't want him to feel less of a man. I wanted the world to respect him. I wanted his family to stop looking down on him because he had been jobless for 6 years. I didn't know I had handed him the knife he would use to cut my throat. I sell frozen food. I started with one chest freezer in front of our rented Face Me I Face You apartment. God bless my hustle. One chest freezer became 2, then a cold room. I became the major distributor in my area. While I was waking up at 4 a.m. to offload cartons of turkey and chicken from trucks, my husband was sleeping. When he woke up, he would eat the food I cooked, press his phone, and go to discuss politics at newsstands. I never complained. I told myself he was my crown. When he gets a job, we'll change. When I made enough money, I decided to build a house. I didn't want us to pay rent forever. I bought 2 plots of land. I called my husband and said, honey, this is for us. When the lawyer asked for the name to be written on the deed, I looked at my husband's face. He looked sad. I wanted to boost his ego. I told the lawyer, write Mr. Okon, he is the owner of the land. I built that house with my sweat. I supervised the bricklayers. I bought the cement. My husband only came to the site to point fingers and shout at workers like a big boss. I let him. I wanted him to feel like a king. We moved in. It was a 4-bedroom bungalow. It was beautiful. 6 months later, I started seeing strange alerts on his phone. Then he started coming home late. Then he stopped eating my food. One Sunday afternoon, a young girl, maybe 23 years old, walked into my compound. She was dragging a heavy suitcase. I asked, who are you looking for? She looked me from head to toe and chewed her gum loudly. She said, I'm looking for my husband, Mr. Okon. And who are you? My husband came out. I expected him to chase her away. Instead, he stood between us and said, Ngozi, meet Anita. She is my second wife. I paid her bride price last weekend. She will be taking the master's bedroom. You can move your things to the guest room. I thought I was dreaming. I laughed. I said, in this house, the house I built. He slapped me. It was a dirty slap. He went inside, brought out the document. The same document I foolishly put his name. He waved them in my face and said, this house belongs to Mr. Okon. I am Mr. Okon. If you make noise, I will throw you out. By law, this is my property. I didn't fight. I didn't scream. I learned that day that silence is powerful. I moved to the guest room. For 3 months, I watched them. I watched him buy her expensive wigs. I watched them go to dates while I worked in my code room. I watched him use the house document to take a huge loan from a microfinance bank to start a business for the girl. I knew he had no business sense. I knew it was a matter of time. The business crashed in 2 months. The girl squandered the money. When the bank came for repayment, he had nothing. The interest piled up. He cried to the girl, but she told him, I cannot suffer with a broke man. She packed